Well, as bad as tonight was, I think it gives us a chance on Friday. And you may ask why. It's because Nebraska has been in a game. I actually know the game they've been in. I used to have to deal with it all the time at Villanova in that little pavilion. Not a pretty place. And we had not been in a game. So it was good for us to get in a little bit of a game, maybe wake our guys up a little bit. So give our opponent tremendous credit tonight. Their feistiness and their toughness and stopping us from scoring on the interior, holding us to 22 points in the paint, gave them a chance to win. We only shot 5 free throws in the second half, which is a head-scratcher considering the supposed new rules, but it is what it is. I really believe that we would have been in deep trouble Friday if we weren't in some sort of a game. So, not that I'm happy. That's the only thing that gives me joy tonight.
Do you think you needed to be woken up?
I don't believe in all that. You shouldn't have to. But I would say it's more strategic. You know, to be honest with you guys, nobody's played us. We really haven't played against a tough man-to-man defense that we're going to see Friday. We just haven't. And we haven't had enough time really even to play against each other like that in practice because we've had so many games to get ready for, teams packing it in on us, that we just haven't had enough practice time. You know, and with the games Friday and Saturday, yesterday I elected to go through things without a lot of contact. I thought that I was hoping we wouldn't, but I thought we'd struggle offensively tonight against their man-to-man. It's against their converging on the post or trapping the post, unless we came out and made every shot. And we came out and missed every shot, missed wide open shots. So, and you know, teams they're not going to give up. You got you got to give these guys credit, man. They were in here scrapping. They were in here scrapping with everything they had.
They obviously wanted to run the clock offensively.
Yeah, that's the new rules. No 5 count. So there's no point in getting beat or getting a cheap foul and putting them into 1-on-1. Kev did it one time. It wasn't smart. He got frustrated and went up there and put his hands on the guy. Of course, you can mug somebody under the basket, but you can't do that. It's really confusing to me, but it's just the way the new rules are. Good strategy, to be honest with you. If I was in his shoes, I'd do the same thing.
But
you know.
The contribution you got from Jacob Evans tonight.
And they were struggling to run their offense against our defense, so they just figured we'll hold the ball and play 1-on-1 and take our chance. To be honest, I think it was a smart strategy.
Jacob Evans, what he did for you.
Yeah, you saw why we recruited him. You know, it's just he was able to start getting comfortable. You also saw that he's a freshman. He had the ball taken from him after a defensive rebound. Then he had another offensive rebound. No, actually, then the second one was in the second half. He got a great offensive rebound. The guy ran in there. He just turned around. But he's not the only one. We're not very tough right now. Things have been way too easy for us. Way, way, way too easy for us. The way we hold the ball like a third-grade team.
You made a point.
The way we hold the ball around the rim.
You made a point in preseason talking about how you don't care about the rankings. You guys just moved in.
What rankings?
The top 25.
In what poll?
AP and USA Today.
Okay. I could care less.
Yeah.
It's next question. And I'm being nice here. I just don't care. I have no comment. I have no quote. It means nothing. And I'm going to give you want to know why? I'll give this to you quick because I'm hungry. Look every year at the top 25 and compare it to the NCAA tournament seeding. Missouri, 5 years ago, was ranked every week. They were ranked. The brackets came out. We were a 6 and they were 11. They were ranked the whole season and they were an 11 seed. It happens every year. It tells you how off they are and how little they mean. They really do. Now the top 4 are probably the top 4 seed, but the rest of it just doesn't matter.
So
that's for you guys.
You don't think that your players saw that?
No. I think Southeast Louisiana was the problem tonight. Give them credit. I hate when coaches do that. My team. Yeah, I'm not happy with my team. But it wouldn't have happened if them kids wouldn't have came in here scrapping. Give them credit. And I knew it was coming when I saw them on film. We hadn't seen it. We just haven't had any time to play against live man-to-man defense. We got a lot of new guys. They're still trying to remember where to go. And if the shots didn't go in early, I figured that might happen. We had some stretches where we executed. It was good, and it was good too. There was a lot of things that were good that are going to help us, hopefully, give us a chance on Friday night. Anything that didn't go well for us, gives us a chance on Friday night. I'm just a big believer in that. You don't want your first war to be against somebody that's good enough to beat you. This team doesn't have enough firepower. They had enough heart, they just didn't have enough firepower.
Nebraska obviously is.
Absolutely. Yeah, they got, Shields is all Big Ten. Andrew White's a big-time recruit. Transfer sat out for them, can really shoot the ball. They got 2 senior guards. Benny Parker's been around forever. Taj Webster. They got players now. We're not playing. We're not playing outmanned teams. They're not going to be outmanned. So it was it was good. Yeah, Jacob did. He's got some talent. Just he's a freshman. That's the problem. You see the offense, but then you see the 2 times they take the ball from him.
Sometimes talented players don't have the inner strength or whatever to play in a game like that with the game.
Yeah, he showed me a lot because he really had been struggling. I mean, if you look at his shooting percentages, I think he was the lowest guy on our team coming into tonight, 30-something%. But you couldn't tell that it bothers him, which I love that about him. Same with Justin. They both believe in themselves. I didn't get a chance to get Justin in the game in the second half, really. Then I did, and they pressed him, and he threw a balloon pass out of bounds.
You think it was big for Jacob? He went to the rim twice before he hit the threes, just to start. It looked like he started getting that aggressive mindset.
Yeah, and I still got to work with him. He got fouled, but I still got to work with him on getting strong and getting and ones like SK. But Rome's not built today. He's really good with the ball. The guy was 5'9" 4 years ago. He was a point guard. That's why when you see him with that ball out front. And there's plays that we'll get to eventually where he got a bigger guy on him, and we're going to have him at point guard. Because it'll be a big advantage for us. Especially if he's got a guy his size on him, he's really going to be able to beat the guy off the dribble. So it's just we just got a lot of work to do with our man-to-man offense. Defensively, we really were pretty good, except our defensive rebounding. And you say they only got 10, but they shouldn't get 10. And the way the game started by letting number 3 hit threes, because our coverages, I was really upset with some of the guys, but I really prefer not to.
Big man-to-man from Nebraska.
Oh yeah. They play great. Help load the box, help side man. Yeah, they'll definitely play man-to-man. I mean, Tim's only going to play zone if he has to. They're really fundamentally sound, one of the best at that. So we have to make some shots against them. They're not just same thing. They're not going to let you just turn and score in the paint. So I keep trying to explain that to our big guys. They're going to attack you with 4 guys. They know that you're going to dunk it. So you better get strong and get fouled, or you better pass the ball. So we struggled with that tonight.
Troy only had 2 points tonight.
Troy had 15.
I'm sorry. Rods. Were they trying to take him away?
That's going to happen. Yeah, their teams are. He missed a few shots early. And, him and Kev, they're going to have nights like that. Today, they're 2 for 11. They've been putting the ball in the basket. It's fortunately with this team, Jacob and Troy were able to carry the load. My biggest problems are 16 offensive rebound, 11 second chance points. It's unacceptable. That's beyond unacceptable. Eliminate the possibility of a 3-point play. Let's just say that's 32 points you could get off 16 offensive rebounds. We got 11. It's really, really bad. Really bad. That's why we only scored 64 points tonight. So we got to get a lot tougher and a lot stronger. Hopefully this helps us realize that, because we got high major teams we play this weekend. So we got to give the other team credit. That's what I believe in. They were scrapping and they were tough. They gave us some problems, and hopefully they made us a better team. So appreciate it, guys.
So it didn't come so easily tonight. Was it what they were doing, or were you just got out of sync, or just missing shots, or what?
I mean, They played real hard, for real. They was battling the whole game, real aggressive. They had athletes. You know, they just came ready to play. Came off a big-time loss versus Nebraska. So they came in. They prepared very well. You got to give them a lot of credit.
Yes. You think you were ready to play?
I mean, yes and no. We got outworked. I wouldn't say that we didn't. They worked very hard. They just came prepared, ready to play.
They seemed to get to a lot of loose balls that you didn't get to, especially when they got close. It could almost sense they could upset you.
I mean, I don't know about that, but they felt that way. They felt like we can give them a battle. And the game was tough, but we came together and fought through.
How is it playing against a team? They obviously wanted to run their offense and eat as much clock as they could. Is that, I don't know, frustrating is the word, or how is it to play against that?
I mean, yeah, it is frustrating because you can't get a lot of deflections. You know, you can't be in the passing lanes. You're doing a lot of standing. But that's when it comes, when the clock gets late, you got to box out, get a rebound. And they had a lot of second chance opportunities.
Figure you're going to see a lot more teams do that, try to do that?
No.
Why not?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. From last year, they didn't do that last year.
Because
So.
it seemed to work to an extent tonight.
Oh. I mean, that's what the other teams would do. I can't really answer that question.
Gary, what did it mean to have Jacob Evans step up the way he did tonight?
It was big, you know, for him to come in and, you know, hit those tough shots for us, you know, so clutch and being on the calm and poised. It was really big for us.
Troy, could you tell he took it to the rim twice, made one, got fouled? Could you tell he was getting into that being aggressive mode where you look for him?
Yeah. Jacob's a good player. You know, we know he got a good shot. He can knock down shots, and that's what the scouting report is. He can shoot. So, you know, coaches try to tell him, or we try to tell him, you know, give him a hard shot fake, get to the bucket. You like 6'5", 6'6", you know, take the contact, score at the rim, attack the baskets. So he's starting to understand.
Gary, you guys made a lot of blowouts this year, obviously. Not really close, maybe for a half at Bowling Green. When it's still close there late, what's going through your mind when they're like within 5 points with, I don't know, 6-8 minutes to go?
But just staying together as a team, you know, still trying to execute our stuff offensively and defensively. You know, mainly just, you know, stick it out, you know, become more the aggressor when it comes down to it, because, you know, they were more aggressive than us early on. You know, like Troy said, they coming off of a loss to Nebraska, so they was, you know, really getting after it those last couple minutes when they were real close.
Is it good for you guys to have a game like that, a closer game before you go and play like Nebraska?
Yeah, this game definitely brought us together, you know, as a team, as a family, because the game was close. You know, first time we had Coach, you know, actually get in our back, you know what I'm saying, tell us what it really was and how we handled it. Regardless of what he said, you know, we came together, and when the game got rough, whatever what he said, when we walked on the court, you know, the 5 players said something and it just brought us back in.
Troy, people will say that basketball is a make or miss game. You guys started making shots at the end. How important do you think that was, just to kind of find the range and start making shots and kind of put this team away?
That gives you confidence, a lot of confidence. You know, shots wasn't falling early. The game was close in the first half. And then, you know, towards the end of the game, you start hitting shots, the crowd starts getting into it. The team starts getting into it, the bench start getting into it. That makes you want to just get another stop and come down, hit another shot. And, you know, doing that at the end of the game just built our confidence, you know, that we're never out of a game. The game's not over until it's 0 on the clock.
When we were in Orlando, I asked you about this year. You said you learned to do this last year, taking over when the game's on the line, late in the shot clock. Do you think you did that tonight? After Jacob got you going, you kind of took over.
Yeah, today was a start to that. You know, just being aggressive, you know, attacking. We wasn't hitting shots that we normally hit, so we had to figure out a different way. The bigs were getting trapped, you know. That means the guards were always on the closeouts. You know, beat them on the closeout, attack 2, and then pass it out. See if you can knock the shot down. If they don't help, find something different. And just how the game went today.
Yeah.